Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith, and Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on this fire in Bushwick that displaced at least 30 people. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. So the Red Cross says it is assisting 30 people from 10 families who were displaced by a fire late Friday night in Bushwick. It started at 276 Bleecker Street, and Saturday morning, both that building and 278 next to it had vacate orders on it. The FDNY tells News 12 that it received a call a little before 8:45 p.m. on Friday and that they had to keep calling more crews to help. It eventually rose to a 4-alarm fire with 140 first responders on the scene. Firefighters were able to extinguish it a little over 2 hours after they arrived. The damage was especially bad in the back of the building Saturday morning, which is where News 12 is told investigators believe it started. However, the cause is still being investigated. The Red Cross says there are 21 adults and 9 children that they are helping find temporary housing. The FDNY says one person was taken to the hospital while 4 firefighters were treated at the scene. Isaiah 29:6, Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And we've been seeing that a lot lately. A lot more fires, brush fires, wildfires, apartments and houses catching on fire, car fires. Just a lot of fire. And this is the judgment of the Heavenly Father. Just one of the many ways in which he punishes the people that he is angry with. Psalm 7:11, Yahweh judgeth the righteous. Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. And we see that. We see the anger of the Lord play out every day in the form of all the judgments. Ecclesiasticus 39:28, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Verse 29, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Yes, so these fires are created to do exactly what they do. Destroy, wound people, kill people. That's what the Lord created them to do. To appease the wrath of him, because the Lord is angry. So all the destruction and the wounding and the killing that these spirits of vengeance do, it satisfies the wrath of the Lord. James 4:9, be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness. And for a lot of people, this summer has been full of affliction, mourning, and weeping. A lot of people have not had fun this summer because they've, lost their job, or some of their loved ones have passed away, or they lost their house, or they lost their car. Just some kind of judgment has taken place, or multiple judgments have taken place on these people. A lot of people can't afford to do things that they used to be able to do. They can't afford to go to concerts or different sports events. They can't afford to go on vacation. It's just one thing after another. And then you bring in the storms and tempests that cause destruction, that could cause flooding. You bring in the earthquakes, the fires, the power outages. You bring in all these other things, and it just piles on. It just stacks up, and that affliction, that heaviness, that mourning, and that weeping is just going to increase because we're living in the last days. And like it says in 2nd Ezra 8:50, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. You see, the men of the Lord, through the Spirit, have been warning these people that these times were going to come. But majority of people prefer to ignore the men of the Lord or scoff and scorn at the men of the Lord. And now these people are suffering. Now they're crying because they want to go back to the way things used to be, and it's never going back. Things are only going to get continuously worse until the Lord ultimately nukes this wicked ass place right off the face of the earth. And a lot of people are going to die right along with this place, and rightfully so. There is no stopping what the Lord has set in motion. All those of us of the hopeful elect can do is stay prayed up, continue to rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability, continue to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability, stay circumspect, continue to read, and just hope that the Lord has chosen us from the foundation of the world to endure unto the end and be saved, so that we don't have to die along with these wicked people. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, the Wadiyah, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.